I want to talk about rocks, baby. I have been, I've been interested in starting into the world of lapidary, and what, if you don't know what lapidary is, it is cutting and polishing and dealing with stones, crystals, and gems.
We love crystals.
And we love crystals. Since we love crystals so much, what kind of got me hooked on it, we were hiking in Utah, and I found a blue agate that was like this big. And I really want to make something cool out of it, but I don't have any of the equipment and I don't know the know-how. So this is how we are starting into this world. This is the blue agate that I found while we were in Utah. Basically, this corner right here was poking out of a mud shelf. That's all I could see of this whole stone. It was buried in the mud. And I started digging and it got bigger and bigger, and then it's huge. So I'd like to make something of this. I think it'd be really cool just to show you kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, we were hiking through a gorge at the time, and so it was wet. So that beautiful blue, shiny. Blue. And that's a huge specimen. Like, that's probably the size of a football, which I know is hard to tell, like, in a video how the sizing is, but definitely like a football.
And this is like, here's for, you know, comparison.
Yeah.
So I really want to do something with this someday, but I got to learn first. So I'm starting down the world of lapidary, and part of that is learning to tumble and polish stones and that kind of thing for jewelry. So for Father's Day, I got this awesome tumbler from me Weefy.
So I've done other videos where you can see, like, there's a twin of Jared directly behind his head on our RV fridge there. In our last video of the sapphires, we found a
5.7
5.7 carat sapphire recently. So we were super excited to, like, take the garnets that we went and rock hounded ourselves and other rocks that we picked up along the way, and we completely understand that, like, rock tumbling is probably not the easiest thing to do in an RV, but we want to learn.
Yeah, so this came with the kit as like a starter, hey, try this stuff out. So you can see this is kind of how it looks when it's all dry. Not very pretty really, but if you know what you're looking at, this stuff is called tiger's eye. If you look at it, it kind of has a little flash to it. Now watch how much this stuff changes when you put water on it. So now, look out, buddy. Here you go.
He's very excited
to be
excited. Involved.
Now you can see that tiger's eye flash a lot better through here. So when that gets polished, it's going to be beautiful. So we have some tiger's eye, some quartz, some rose quartz.
Some lapis.
Lapis, that's Ollie's favorite, huh, Ollie?
Lapis lazuli.
Yeah, we got some obsidian. This is super sharp. This is what Indians used to make spears and arrow tips out of.
Jasper.
Some jasper.
Green aventurine.
That's this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once this gets tumbled, all of these sharp edges will go away. I love this tiger's eye stuff. It's got a really cool flash to it right through here in these bright bands. This is a really cool piece. But once this is tumbled, it'll make it kind of like an oval. All these will be gone and it'll just be kind of like an egg shape. So it'll look a lot different. It'll be smaller. This is some obsidian, I think. That's pretty cool. And that should turn out to be like an oval egg as well. But it'll just be smooth. When you put light on it, it should shine through it. It's really cool stuff. So we're going to put this into here. We're going to add this grit grind.
Polished grit.
60 grit. And then this one we've already done. We have to run it for 12 hours and then let the gas come out. Run it for 24 hours, let the gas come out, add a little water if we need to, and then repeat that process for 5 to 7 days. That's the first one. And then the second grind, we do the same process again for another week or so, week to 2 weeks. Then the third grind should be a week, and then the final polish is another week. So it should take a month. In a month, this will be a perfectly smooth stone.
Yeah, it takes some time to do some rock tumbling, but I don't even know if this like Viyuki tumbler is a good one. I just chose that one because it had a 6 pound capacity instead of a 3 pound. It wasn't like a super, yeah, that's a dual drum. So it's bigger and more aggressive than, say, like the tiny National Geographic tumblers that you find specifically only for kids without getting into like the giant lapidary tumblers. So we figured this was like a pretty good start, and it was a pretty decent price off of Amazon. So you put all of them into the drum.
They said fill it about halfway full with rocks and water, and then we dump in this 60 grit. I have no idea what this stuff is.
It's shiny though.
It is very shiny.
I'm sure some of you more skilled expertise people than us would know exactly what it is, but you know, for our first time.
Put this lid in.
It's pretty tight too.
Then we snap this guy on, tighten it down, and then we tumble for a month.
Which is pretty exciting.
See you in a month.
And another cool thing that we learned at one of the gem shows that we had recently gone to was about metal detecting, and my dad actually had a Garrett metal detector that he's allowing us to use, so we're hoping we can go find some more cool things. This is obviously not where we're keeping it for a month. We are stationary right now, so we're gonna take use of the shop to do this, but it's a lot quieter than we expected. So it's 18 hours?
Yeah, 18 to 20 hours in.
20 hours since we started the tumble on our raw stones we got. And then it's pretty impressive actually, because you guys saw the raw piece of that tiger's eye and of the lapis there. We couldn't see any of the gold flecks on the lapis when we first put it into the tumbler.
It's still really dull, so you can tell that it needs more time, but very cool.
Pretty cool for just that short time frame.
Back in we go.
So it's July 24th, and we started tumbling our crystals on June 24th. So they have been in the final polish stage for the last week or so. And today we're going to open them up and see how they turned out.
Looks like a soupy mess. Ceramic water. Let's see what we have. That's perfect. That was a good grab.
Can I do
so
some?
pretty.
Not right now. Okay, ready? Kind of rinse it off.
This amethyst one's one of my favorites because it's got the chevron pattern in it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So now we need to just dry it off and see if it stays shiny, because that's the whole point of the final polish. And I have a picture of what they looked as the raw stone that I'll put up so you can see the side by side of what they look like from beginning to end. Okay, a week and a half ago, we opened this thinking that it would be the final product of our rock tumbling, and turns out it didn't polish the way that we expected it to, so we're having a hard time getting it open. Goodness. So we ordered some super polish on Amazon and put it back in for another week and a half, and hopefully they're finally done. It's been a month and a half since we started this project, and some of these stones are like tumbling down to nothing because
Okay, I'm gonna get this off. We'll come back to you.
Okay, we got it open, but when we tried opening it a week and a half ago, oh, it's bubbly. Look at that. The stones were not shiny the way that they were supposed to be in a final polish. So when we got the super polish, we were hoping that it would make it so they weren't matte anymore, because that wasn't the intention of polishing. it looks super shiny when they were wet, but before
That's the one I cared about.
Yeah, we really, really love this chevron one. So
give me a little bit of water.
So here they are as a first go around. We've got a lot of pretty tumbled stones. They're not super shiny. They're like a matte, but they're still really, really pretty. And for our first time, we've learned a lot about rock tumbling.
So we really love these ones, and when they were dry last time, they just remained in a matte finish, and it looks like it's gonna do the same thing. So I think that having them be like really, really shiny is just not in the cards.
Yeah.
But we tried for a month and a half, but we're completely new to this.
I mean, it is kind of still...
It's still matte.
It's still matte, but it's much less than it was before.
Well, lessons learned in this, huh?
Pretty.
We'll try again.